he didn't witness anything firsthand. He heard a lot of gossip. So what is the anxiety?
She would be posting all over social media about how I just owed her money, how we just stole from her.
Do you have evidence of those posts?
I don't. She blocked me on every social media.
Did you post about the defendant on social media?
I did not.
Never.
Never.
I have nothing further.
All right, then the parties will be excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you all.
This courtroom is now in recess.
All right, well, breaking it down, let's start off by talking about the damages. When I look at these photographs, I have to say that these are not damages that were created in 4 months. Whether or not they were caused by the plaintiff or the previous tenants, I can't hold that the defendants are totally responsible for all the damages. I saw evidence from the landlord that he indeed was withholding $3,200, which did leave $615 a balance, which the defendants would be responsible for. The second thing is, with regard to the hostile work environment, I think that when you're friends with somebody and you're working together and then you have to go to work with this kind of broken friendship, I think there's a tension. There's an underlying tension. There's an underlying uncomfortable current. It's a natural consequence of a breakup of friendship. And I didn't see any evidence that anybody was doing anything intentionally to make a hostile work environment. I think it was just a natural result of their relationship breakup. So I don't see any hostile work environment, and therefore I don't see any punitive damages relating to that. With regard to the unpaid utilities, the defendants didn't have any evidence that they indeed paid them, and there are numerous text messages and bills in here indicating that money is due and owing, and they are the same amount that the plaintiff is requesting. So therefore, the only money that she would be entitled to is the $1,133 to be exact. And I just want to point out also, she never makes a claim for the $200 that she claims they stole. So I would award the plaintiff $1,100 and call it a day.
I found her other claims speculative. The damage claim, speculative. The hostile work environment claim, speculative at best. I mean, I think that's being generous to it. But the utilities, it's very firm. I'm right there with you. I join.
Thank you.
I agree. I think there isn't any actionable hostile environment that would warrant damages and much less punitive damages. I agree. As far as the utilities are concerned, it seems to be rather clear from the evidence.
All right, so we therefore have a unanimous verdict awarding the plaintiff $1,133. Ms. Stanford, Ms. Coe, you know, the most difficult cases that we deal with are in situations where there's been a prior loving relationship. And so when you go to work, when there's been a break in that kind of relationship, it's going to be uncomfortable. You know, there's like a zone that you want to stay out of with one another. So to hold anyone responsible for punitive damages in this situation, we didn't find that that was warranted here. And with regard to the damages, we found that the defendant's version here was credible based on both your photographs that you've submitted and based on the landlord's letter to the defendants indicating the damages and expense for repairing those damages. We could not find a way to isolate who caused what damages. And so as to that $720, you're not entitled to it. We do agree, however, that you are entitled to the utility bill. The numbers work out. We've seen the bills. We've seen your requests for payment. You have no evidence, ma'am, and so we are unanimous in awarding you the $1,133 that you've requested for that. What we can award you is the restoration of your friendship. Maybe if your friendship was strong enough, you could see past these difficult times. I mean, COVID really did impede everybody's ability to not only work, but to get along, and I think that you're both victims of that and not one another. So the money awarded to you is what we've stated, which is $1,133. That's the verdict of the court.